The day started with a quiet unease. I woke to the sun spilling over an empty lot, the kind of sun that should have felt celebratory, but instead felt like it was spotlighting everything that had gone wrong. The caterers weren't there. The florist had canceled. Even the venue manager, who had promised months ago, was nowhere in sight. My mother's words from the night before echoed in my head. "My daughter is damaged goods, and you're making the biggest mistake of your life." For a long moment I just stood there, staring at the empty stretch of dirt and concrete. 200 people had RSVP'd, hundreds of small expectations packed into polite smiles and gifts, and they were on their way. My stomach twisted. Humiliation pressed on me, but beneath it, an unfamiliar calm began to settle. I had rehearsed disaster in my mind before, but never like this. Memory flickered. Years of subtle jabs, of critiques disguised as concern, of withheld approval, everything my mother had sown into me over time. It all surged together. I had doubted myself for so long, but now, standing in this void, the choice felt mine: succumb to the collapse, or move with quiet strategy. A nudge. My maid of honor, someone I'd trusted more than anyone in that moment, appeared. No panic, no drama. She simply whispered, "Follow me." We walked a few blocks away. There, behind an unassuming townhouse, a transformation had quietly unfolded. Tables, decorations, food, it was all ready, arranged over 6 months of meticulous planning. Guests arrived, some confused, most delighted. Smiles replaced their confusion. The energy shifted instantly. I watched from the edge, letting them mingle, letting laughter grow, letting control seep back into my hands. I caught my mother's reflection across the street. She had arrived too, perhaps expecting chaos, humiliation, the collapse of my dignity in public. Instead, she stood frozen, speechless. Her eyes tried to read the scene, but there was nothing left to interpret. Authority had quietly changed sides, not with yelling, not with a spectacle, just preparation, foresight, and calm decisiveness. The day flowed differently than any wedding I had imagined. I wasn't the center of drama. I was the observer of a subtle reversal, the quiet reclamation of my own narrative. People laughed, shared stories, took photos, and I moved among them with a sense of dignity I hadn't felt in years. Every smile I shared felt like a brick removed from the walls my mother had built around me. Conversation with her was minimal. A pause here, a hesitant glance there. No confrontation, no dramatic speeches. I realized I didn't need them. Not today. Today I had my life back, my joy reclaimed not by vengeance but by the calm, deliberate orchestration of someone who had always had my back. By evening, as lights flickered on and candles cast soft shadows, I let myself breathe fully for the first time. There was relief. There was lingering hurt. But more than anything, there was clarity. I could step into life knowing that sabotage, even from someone as close as a mother, did not define me. I could create joy, even if it was quiet, even if it was unconventional. When I finally looked back, she was still standing across the street, speechless, powerless, and I realized victory didn't need fanfare. It didn't need her acknowledgement. It only required me to step fully into the life I wanted, to move forward without apology, and to let the consequences of her actions exist without dictating my own. The day ended not with celebration, not with triumphal gestures, but with a quiet dignity restored, a calm that filled the spaces my mother had tried to make hollow. And for the first time in a long time, I felt truly unburdened, unshakable, and free.